Shifting focus back to Uttarakhand now, where the UCC bill was tabled just a short while ago by the Chief Minister. CNN News 18 has now accessed details of what's in the draft bill. We've accessed the copy of the bill that was distributed to all the MLAs to peruse before the discussion takes place. It's a total of 182 pages is what we're given to understand. Remember, the draft report with its recommendations were over 700 pages. It's now come down to 182 pages as far as the draft bill is concerned. It makes several details of how life would change for women as far as adoption rights are concerned, as far as marriage rights are concerned. Arunima, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details. Arunima, you've accessed several pages of this draft bill. If you could take our viewers through it.
Yes, it's a very voluminous bill. It is divided into 4 parts and each part has sections dealing with various aspects. I'm just reading out to you one by one. First, part 4. Part 4 is section 392 to 392. It says it will deal with who all. Sir, can I just take a look at this bill? So this is the copy of the bill. Sir, आपने देखा है इस बिल को कितना वॉल्यूमिनस है? कहा जा रहा था कि 700 से ज़्यादा पेजेस होंगे, बट हम देख रहे हैं इस पहले वॉल्यूम में 182 पेजेस हैं. क्या है इस बिल की रूपरेखा, जरा बताएं.
इस बिल की एक रूपरेखा यही है कि जो काम पहले हो जाना चाहिए था, समान नागरिक संहिता जो बन जानी चाहिए थी, लागू हो जानी चाहिए थी, उसको लेकर के उत्तराखंड ने एक बड़ा कदम उठाया है. और पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी को हम बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं कि 75 साल के बाद ये काम देवभूमि उत्तराखंड से हो रहा है. और सबको ये कॉपी जो हमारे विपक्ष के लोग हैं सबको दे दी गई है, वो इसका अध्ययन कर लें.
तो ये पूरा मुझे देखकर ऐसा लग रहा है, क्योंकि मैं देख रही हूँ एक वॉल्यूम आपके हाथ में है, ये पीछे दूसरा वॉल्यूम है जिसमें लिखा हुआ है विधेयक का खंडवार ज्ञापन. सो दिस इज गोइंग इनटू सेक्शन बाय सेक्शन. देन देयर इज अरेंजमेंट ऑफ द सेक्शंस एज वेल. सो इफ यू कैन जस्ट लेट मी शो दिस टू माय व्यूअर्स फॉर 1 second. This is the actual bill. If you see this, part 1 is dealing with marriage and divorce. Chapter 2 deals with registration of marriage and divorce. And these two were mentioned in the draft report as well. I'm going to chapter 3 now. Chapter 2 is also testimoniary succession. So what is the matter as far as wills are concerned? How will execution of wills happen? That has been dealt with. There is jurisdiction and procedure at chapter 6. There is supplemental provision at chapter 7. Succession is what part 2 deals with. Part 1 is all about marriage. It is restitution of conjugal rights and judicial separation, nullity of marriage and divorce. And here, void marriage, voiceable marriage, divorce have all been dealt with. There are rights of a person to remarry after divorce, legitimacy of children, maintenance. Those are all issues that have been dealt with here. Custody of children, again, custody, adoption matters have been dealt with here. So on the question, we're just going to read through this in detail, but more or less, it looks like what was recommended in the draft by the committee, that has been taken in toto, and 172 is the last page number of this, because it deals with, okay, this is part 3 dealing with live-in relationship. This is section 378, which deals with live-in relationship. Submission of statement by partners to a live-in relationship is section 378. What happens to children? They shall be considered legitimate child of the couple. That's 379. Any child of a live-in relationship shall be a legitimate child of the couple. When the live-in relationship is not registered, there are different provisions if you don't register. So this is a very, very detailed report that has come in, and it deals with various aspects. Disqualification on marriage. How is a marriage disqualified? What are the general provisions? I'm going to read through this detailed report and come back to you, but that's the sum total of what this bill is really saying. Based on the recommendations made, it looks like Dhami government has gone ahead and taken stringent provision as far as inheritance, live-in relationship and marriage laws are concerned.
And as far as exemptions are concerned, we'll also have to look at if those recommendations that were made by the panel of keeping tribals out of the purview of this bill, if that also has made it to the bill. Arunima, we'll give you some time to peruse through that bill. It is a voluminous one, like you said, 182 pages. It has, of course, been whittled down from the 700 odd pages that the panel had recommended its suggestions on. We'll